Welcome to Football Overseas, your ultimate destination for thrilling sports content. Brace yourselves for an exhilarating journey through the world of football and beyond. We're more than just scoreline predictions and match analysis. Get ready for a diverse range of shows designed to ignite your passion for sports. Step into the action with our lineup of shows: Champions Crystal Ball for all UEFA tournaments, Premier League Game Month Show, La Liga Game Month Show, Libertadores Vision for Copa America and Copa Libertadores, Goal Plus Africa covering AFCON and African football, Harambee Stars Unleashed predicting Kenyan national football team matches, Eurovision for European tournaments, and the Football Debate Show, your go-to for the hottest debates. And that's not all. Dive into the excitement of NHL, NBA, NFL, T20 cricket, rugby sevens, and much more. Football Overseas is your hub for a wide range of sports. Football Overseas, where passion meets sports. Join us on this thrilling journey, subscribe, engage, and be part of the excitement. Buckle up for an adrenaline-pumping ride. The game is on. Stay tuned with Football Overseas, and let's celebrate the world of sports together.
Okay. Wait, sorry. Hey guys, welcome to our new stream. This is Premier League Game Match Show episode 3, Game Match 2 review. And yeah, amazing. Just been 4 weeks has already passed, and it is incredible how 4 weeks have varied that quickly. It barely felt as if it felt like 2 weeks for real, because that's 2 weeks of football, international football, and yeah, it felt, yeah, and we're back with that. So yeah, so yeah, so the first topic we'll talk about is the title charge. Title charge. Yeah, so Arsenal is in the title race. Yeah, Arsenal is in the title race, and yeah, yeah, that's better. Yeah, so Arsenal is in the title race, currently the title leader, and looking at the fixtures. Yeah, look at the fixtures coming up in the next 4 games. Because I know the title race has Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, and Man City. Now, in terms of those teams, those are like around 9 teams for the title race. Yeah, around 9 teams for the title race. And yeah, Yeah, 9 teams for the title race. So that means, uh, yeah, then I'm just selecting these teams to just show you who could realistically be out by the end of by the end of game one. See, because it could wait to be realistic. Not everyone will be in the title race. Game one. See. Yeah, so we know Chelsea is facing against Sunderland and will lose that game. Arsenal Man United is facing against Brighton. United will continue on. Liverpool against Brentford. Liverpool beat Brentford. Will continue. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Arsenal Palace easily. Man City against Aston Villa. Man City will beat Aston Villa easily. Yeah, so Nottingham will beat will draw with Nottingham will draw with Bournemouth. Everton will Tottenham will beat Everton. Yeah, so that means the only team out so far is Sunderland, and yeah, Sunderland, Crystal Palace. Two teams out already. Sunderland versus Arsenal continues. Crystal Palace beats Brentford, and United close with Nottingham. Not United is out of the title race. Tottenham, Chelsea beats Tottenham. Tottenham is out. Yeah, so realistically, for these games, so realistically, by the time game was four comes around, teams like Sunderland will be out, Crystal Palace will be out, Bournemouth will still be there, Tottenham will not be there much, Man United will not be there much. So teams like Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea will be tight on the title race by the time game 3 comes. Yes. So sports for Champions League sports. The race for Champions League sports is currently Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Everton, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, both Manchester clubs, Brighton and Aston Villa. Yeah, so for Champions League sports so far, I'll be honest, it's the same teams as I said in the title race. Yeah, so it's same four teams. Yeah. So for Europa League sports, huh? Yes, I can Yeah, sorry about that. So for Europa League sports, yeah, Champions League sports. Let me check that title. I will place the screen sharing. Yeah, so for Champions League sports are the usual teams. I think the only additional team that I added to this from the title race is only Brighton and Villa. The rest are the same teams above. In, and Everton, the rest are the same teams. Yeah. So Champions League sports, the Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham have a chance. Tottenham, I know they have been underperforming, but I don't see anyone else. I think I see Man City coming up as well. So yeah, Man City. I see the five teams of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City. If Man United goes on a good run, they could be in the race for Champions League by the end of Game 3. Aston Villa, Brighton, Everton, Sunderland, those teams could drop off. Crystal Palace could drop off. Bournemouth could still be there. Yeah, that's what I see so far. By the end of Game 3, the race for that Champions League spot. Yeah, yeah. So that's the spot for Champions League spot, and yeah, look at that and everything else. Okay. Yeah, Brighton, I don't see Brighton performing that well. Brighton has tough opponents coming up, and yeah, Europa League spot currently is Chelsea in the Europa League spots. The rest for Europa League is Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Everton, put Man City here. Yeah, so yeah, Tottenham, Man United, Brighton, Villa, and Brentford. So for the upper league spots, United could strongly push for the upper league at the end of Game 3. Chelsea could break in, but I don't see them breaking into Champions League, so they could still be fifth place by the end of game game month, Game 3. And yeah, Sunderland could push as well. Everton has good form, especially if Grealish is playing. They could push for that spot. And yeah, Tottenham, Tottenham has had good form. I see United strongly pushing for low spot. Chelsea could be there. Depend, depend on the result of how Chelsea versus Tottenham goes, because I feel the loser will up the spot of Europa League and the winner takes up the spot of Champions League race. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how that those two fare. Yeah. So for Conference League, we have Tottenham in the spot for Conference League, that is sixth place. And the rest for Conference League is Everton, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Man United, Brighton, Leeds, Aston Villa. Brighton, I see them pushing for it. Brighton, Crystal Palace, and Sunderland. United, I feel could not be in this race. I feel by end of game must see United will be fully in the race for Europa League, trying to push towards Champions League race, but they'll be strongly in the race for Europa League by the end of game must see. Brighton, Aston Villa, I see them in the race for Europa League as well. Yeah, Conference League, not really. I see teams like Brighton and Sunderland and Everton pushing for football. And Crystal Palace, from that, I don't see anyone else. Leeds will obviously drop out. Brentford is a shaky team that drop out eventually. Newcastle push for Europa League spot. With a increasing form, they'll push for Europa League spot. Yeah, Fulham will drop out eventually. They'll be a table team. Yeah. So relegation spot, we have West Ham, Nottingham. There's a three bottom teams. Nottingham has a new manager. Sendesh knows how to play a ball. So Nottingham could not be here by the end of game month three. Wolves and West Ham could end up sacking their managers. Wolves need Victor Pereira. Eventually, West Ham will need to sack their manager eventually. But yeah, I think for West Ham, the thing is the squad is an old squad, it's an aging squad, so not the manager issue. Fulham, Leeds in Burnley. Mm, Leeds, Burnley, I see them there. I think the team that could lock down. I actually don't see any teams dropping down. I think that could be the same teams by the end of game one. See the rest for promotion to the Premier League 2026-2027. Yeah, Coventry City has been on good form. Middlesbrough has been on good form. I don't know what Super Frank is building, but he has been unbeaten so far this season. Yeah, and then we have Bristol City in the for playoffs, but they're also in the race automatic promotion. Leicester City as well, Sultan, Stoke City, Millwall, Queen Park Rangers. Mm, Sultan could drop. Stoke, yeah, West Brom could still be there. Yeah, so yeah, for promotion playoffs, Millwall, Bristol City, Sultan, Stoke City. I'll say Bristol City will remain in this race. Mm, Town has had a good form, one loss recently. Hull City, the form is shaky. Sultan, the same. Wrexham, the same. They'll be out of this race eventually. So now this is good start. Yeah, so Arsenal and Newcastle have been the best defensive team in terms of this season so far. Five clean sheets. Clean sheet is when you prevent your opponent from scoring a goal in a match, and they've had five clean sheets so far. I know the clean sheet has not been as many this season. Shows that the attack has the attack in the Premier League has improved. There are not as many clean sheets as there used to be last season. Yeah, goals conceded. Arsenal has conceded 3 goals as so far. Arsenal is the best defensive club overall in the league so far, and we all know that also last season as well. Yeah. Mm. Following after Arsenal's 3 clean sheet, 3 goals conceded, Man City and are tied with 6 goals conceded, second best defensive club in the clubs in the league. And then Tottenham, Newcastle are tied with 7 goals conceded. And Crystal Palace and Aston Villa are tied with in third place, fourth place. Yeah, with 8 goals conceded. Yeah, Crystal Palace though they have been conceding a lot of goals. Aston Villa, their defensive errors have improved slightly. New- Newcastle they have improved. Tottenham are starting to leak goals here and there. Man City, ever since they bought Donnarumma, as their defensive record improved massively. And yeah, so yeah. Also, as you can see, Man City is a good defensive because they have 4 clean sheets, they have 6 goals conceded. Their defense has been on top notch. Crystal Palace as well. Defense have been on top notch. Tottenham as well. Um, Chelsea 3 clean sheets, goals conceded. Have been a lot of goals conceded. Sunderland have had a good defense as well. So I think teams like Sunderland, Tottenham, Crystal Palace, those four teams, those 4 teams, you can say technically that the 4 best defense in the world in the league currently right now. In terms of stats, yeah. In terms of worst defensive stats, we have teams like West Ham has is a leaky defense. The, that is proven by 1 clean sheet. Yeah, United's defense is starting to improve. Mm-hmm. Its defense is starting to improve, and yeah, we're starting that. There are no goalkeeper. I feel United could get more clean sheets by the end of game one. See, yeah. So I feel like they will not be here. Teams like Liverpool's defense has been, yes, Liverpool has been getting sloppy wins. Maybe they need to improve on that. But seeing Liverpool here in the worst clean sheets, that could be a misleading start. But apart from that, the rest of the teams deserve to be here. Yeah, United start is starting to improve. Yeah, so Leeds, just the defense have been leaky. Leeds, Fulham, and West Ham. Yes, yeah, yeah, that is shown by yeah West Ham. The defense has been leaked. 7 goals conceded. Wolves 9 goals conceded. 8 goals. Forest, goals, their goals considerably will stagnate at that with Sundays. Maybe it might go up a bit, but it will stagnate there. United's that goals considerably will stagnate and go up slightly a bit. Brentford and Burnley still see the goals considered going up massively. So in terms of shots, United, I think United issue with yeah in terms of shots, Arsenal, Liverpool have have been the most offensive clubs this season in terms of expected goals. People expected Palace to have 17 goals. Yeah. Man City has been the highest scoring club this season, 17 goals, but yet as Palace is expected to have 17 goals. Yeah. Brentford 119 goals. Shows United is not finishing its chances because United is expected to have 14.9 goals, and in terms of best attacking teams in terms of goals, United is not there. Shows there's a leak in that United are not finishing that job being little enough. Seems like Chelsea Palace. Chelsea, you can see at least there's some output in that. It's the same. Mm, Bournemouth the same. Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham is not in terms of shots. So Tottenham more ruthless in terms of converting shots into goals. Yeah, Bournemouth the same. I'm surprised to see Brighton here, despite their no yeah in terms of shots. Yeah. Mm, people who are over achieving the XG is Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton. Brighton's XG is 12.1. Brighton's XG is 12. Brighton is not over exceeding. Um, Chelsea goals is 16. The XG is 12.5. Liverpool is 13.6. Arsenal's XG is 13.6. Both teams have overachieved it. Man City's XG is 14.4. Yeah, Man City is the best scoring team, 17 goals. Just offensive clubs. Mm, West Ham with goals scored, Leeds 7, Newcastle 7. Newcastle, that form is starting to pick up a bit. Aston Villa the same. Everton, they need to pick up form. Sunderland, they need to score more goals. So the only team here is to be worried about their goals is West Ham and Leeds to solve that situation. West Ham, yeah, their shots has been low, 75. It makes sense why they're scoring more goals, less goals. Sunderland, the same. They have not been at, and I think they've more been a defensive team. Maybe they need to improve on that. XGs are low. Yeah, see, Tottenham has the worst XG, 8.2, but Tottenham is among the best scoring team in the Premier League, which shows you something. Yeah, it shows you something. So team form, yeah, team form. There's been no team with excellent form. Very good form has been Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa. Good form has been United and Brighton. They've seen good lapses of form. Mm, Bournemouth, Sunderland, Crystal Palace have seen a seesaw of form. Bad form has been Chelsea, Watford, and Tottenham. Chelsea is because of their two losses at one time, so that's why that has tipped their form slightly a bit because of that. Very bad form being Burnley, Everton, just Newcastle. Newcastle started to pick up a bit, but that's already too terrible form has been Leeds, as Fulham, West Ham, Nottingham, Liverpool, and Wolves. Yeah. So, so Ange was sacked as manager of Nottingham. That was he was sacked during this game month. Um, who's already with Nuno and Potter. Soon to be sacked Victor Pereira. No, Amrin is far-fetched, but then the fair Nuno, yeah, player stats. Yeah, player stats defending on both has been is Salah 29 already. Haaland has 11 goals, reclaiming back the golden boot. Yeah, already 11 goals in 8 games. That's impressive form for Haaland. And then we have Semenyo. Semenyo has been on good form. Thiago has been a little striker for Brentford. Matata has been a good striker for Crystal Palace. Welbeck, Welbeck has re, re, reignited for Brighton. Wal, Walter Mete has been a good striker for Newcastle. Anthony has been a good winger for Burnley. Yeah, leading up Playmaker is whatever Leeds cooking at Villa at Everton is good. Blues are stagnated a bit, 4 goals, 4 goals assisted. Saka a bit has improved slightly a bit. John Pedro has been injured for a while, but he's still here. Fourth, the off, despite his team underperforming, he's still there. Semenyo has been playing well. Doko well as well. Golden Boot. Golden Boot is Sales with 13 clean sheets. Pop is leading Golden Boot with 5 clean sheets. Yeah, then followed by Raha, then followed by Ruffs from Sad, then Viserio from Tottenham, then Hideson from Crystal Palace, then Portliff from from Bournemouth. Yeah, so in Football Overseas choice for Player of the Month, as Football Overseas YouTube channel voted, and we decided to award Pep Guardiola that award. Yes, our nominees were Arteta, Pep Guardiola, Emery, and Fabian. And think there's any comments from the audience from that so far. And yeah, that wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining this stream. It was enjoyable having you guys on board. I'll see you guys